Hi there, everybody. I'm Jennifer Barnes. I'm trying to figure out where to put this microphone. I am your district court judge. For those of you who do not know the whole story of how I came to be your district court judge, I'll just briefly tell the story. I determined quite some time ago that I wanted to be your judge, and I set about to achieve that. I applied for the Alston position when it was open, and then we came to this opening that Judge Newcomb left when he retired. I circulated nominating petitions. I know Mr. Janer did the same thing. We had to get 1,000 signatures of registered voters. Turned those in. A couple days later, I got a phone call, and I had been making French toast with my kids, and I was up to my elbows in egg, and I received a phone call from a Lansing number I didn't know, so I ignored it. I had no idea who it was, and they called back. So I asked my 5-year-old if she would kindly get the phone. So she went and answered the phone and said, "Hello? Hello? Hello? Mommy, no one's there." And I said, "Oh, okay, well, did they say anything?" And she said, "Yeah, they said, please hold for the governor." That's how I started my appointment, having my 5-year-old hang up on the governor. So since that time, I've been your district court judge since June 1st. I have done everything that Judge Newcomb had on his docket. I did not ask for or need a run-up time. So I've had a full docket from day one, and that has meant that from the time that I started on June 1 until now, I've handled between 1,800 and 3,000 cases. The reason why that's such a wide range is because there are certain things that don't appear on your docket, and some of that is arraignments, which we do on a daily basis, and they don't appear on your docket, so you can't go back and check. Some of it is uncontested civil, which is done by signature. Prior to becoming your judge, I had 13 years experience, and it was diverse experience. I'd been a civil attorney, I had been a practicing prosecutor, I had been a public defender at both the juvenile and the adult level, and I had been an enforcement attorney with a friend of the court. So in each of the areas of practice that happened in the district court, I had already done something, if not a lot, of things in those areas of practice. So that's enabled me to come to you with no need for training. I came directly to the bench with the knowledge to handle each facet that it happens in the district court. So it's certainly, it's my pleasure to be here tonight. I'll give you just briefly, I'm a University of Michigan law grad. For those of you who went to state, please don't hold that against me. My father went to state, it's all good. I have,
15.
What is that, 30 seconds? 15, I'll have to talk quick. Married to a wonderful guy by the name of John Barnes, who I hope will be here later. I have 2 kids, Julia and Danny, age 5 and 3, and that's part of the reason why it's so important to me to keep the community safe. I want to be sure that I am keeping a community where my children can grow.
Good evening. I'm Harry Gill. I'm 59 years of age. I've lived here in Bay City since 1960, when I was 9 years old. My parents moved here from New York State. My dad worked at Prestolite, and my mother was a school teacher. I'm the oldest of 5 children. I graduated from All Saints High School the first year it was opened in 1969. Attended Delta College, went on to Western Michigan University, and I graduated 7th in my class from the University of Toledo in 1976. I have practiced law in Bay City for 33 years. I started with a law firm called Smith & Brooker, where I spent 11 years, primarily engaged in complex litigation. It didn't start off complex, but I got a lot of very good training and experience there, and by the time I left, I was handling fairly complicated cases. In 1988, I went into practice with my friend Brian Kennedy and my friend Bob Gruber with a firm called Patterson, Gruber, Kennedy, Gill, and Milster. Rich Milster is also a friend of mine. I stayed there until about 4 years ago. I had diverse experience there. I became a plaintiff's lawyer, meaning that I represented individuals for the most part and often in areas where they had either personal injuries or were victims of medical malpractice, had difficulties with insurance companies, that sort of claim. I also, for a number of years, about 15 years, practiced in the field of divorce work and criminal work. And in 2006, I formed the present firm, Kennedy, Gill & Ball. I still handle complex litigation. I believe that my experience makes me very qualified to be a circuit judge because I think I have handled almost all of the kinds of cases that come before a circuit court. I also believe that I have a good reputation in the community and amongst my peers as a lawyer who is skilled and who has integrity and who has a good work ethic and a good temperament. There was a Bay County Bar survey conducted
15.
earlier this year, and of those who responded, all found me qualified. 80% or so found me extremely well qualified, and the remainder well qualified. I appreciate the opportunity to discuss the questions that will be put forth tonight, and thank you for your attention.
Time.
All right, thanks. Hello, I'm Darren Nichols. I was born and raised here in Bay County, Michigan. I went to Western High School, graduated from Western. I went to Delta College, graduated from Delta College with an associate's degree, and went on to Michigan State University, where I graduated there, and I hold nothing against you. Actually, we have a really good game coming up this Saturday. But I graduated from there and worked a couple years, and then went on to law school, where I graduated from Thomas Cooley Law School in Lansing. My family is here. I have a young son and stepdaughter and wonderful wife. I live here in Bay City, and this is an important community for me. I have a huge family around me. I grew up with a very loving family, worked in my family's business, Nichols Appliance, which was around for several years, and just recently my folks retired. My position here is to stand up for this community. I came out of law school, worked for a large law firm out of Saginaw. Mainly did a lot of litigation, but also handled a diverse area of legal work for O'Neill, Wallace & Doyle out of Saginaw. After about 5 years there, I ended up starting my own practice. I went out on my own and began my own practice back here in Bay County. I'm mainly a general practice. I do a lot of divorce and custody work, and that is my main reason for getting into the circuit court and wanting to be on the bench. It's an area where you do make decisions as a judge. It's not so much an area where the law tells you what to do. You will make subjective decisions, and that's a key area of the law that I want to be able to make a difference in. On top of that, I do handle every aspect of litigation. I do handle defense work. I do handle plaintiff work. I've worked in different areas throughout my career, including many of the courthouses throughout the state of Michigan. I also handle real estate law. I handle probate. I handle estate planning. I handle construction law. I handle contract work. I handle a wide range of, I handle some cases, they come in and I just, whoa, where'd this come from? These are the things that are going to matter when you're on the bench. That and independence. I am a strong, independent individual, and you will find that. I am not a person who asks for endorsements. I won't accept endorsements. I'm the type of person who will go out there and listen to both sides of the case and take that into consideration, and that's important. And that's why I feel I would be a great candidate or a great circuit court judge for this community. Thank you.